Hold on to your tinfoil hats, alien lovers. The Age of Disclosure is out. Dan Farah's new documentary on UFOs, or UAPs as they call them now. It's an updated name, a little more red tape, and a little less stigma, supposedly. I'm fine with that. So, right off the bat, Age of Disclosure is very good. Maybe it's the best UFO documentary I've ever seen. It didn't blow my mind, partially because I've been studying this stuff constantly for 20-something years. But it was really wild to see people at the highest levels of the US government openly admitting ET are here. And they're not anonymous. These are people like Christopher Mellon, Alex Dietrich, etc. Like powerful people in the know publicly coming out under oath saying it's real. Because it is real. It's always been real. It's just not what we thought. Aliens are not coming from space. They really are not. They're coming from the ocean. And they've been here forever. And humans have been seeing them forever. They fly out of the ocean and they are semi-aware of us, but they make no contact. They don't care at all. I don't think they're capable of caring. I personally believe they are von Neumann universal constructors, basically an AI-driven mining operation down there, and that the Tic-Tac UFOs that we see are almost like drone nest cam monitoring systems for the undersea mining, enterprise or whatever. But they don't care. They don't reach out. They don't abduct people. They don't want to invade us or mess with us. I think that's been proven. It would have a long time ago. But they will do things like lock onto our airplanes and mimic their movements, and they'll evade. But I don't think they care. I think we've been cohabitating with these things on Earth for a long time. I really believe that. All the evidence points to that. None of the evidence points to gray aliens from Zeta Reticuli. That is a very mid-century American anti-communist fear sci-fi. I don't think they're coming here in a spacecraft with a steering wheel and a window on a mission for diplomacy like Star Trek. No, man, they're just down there, and they are some sort of biologic technology hybrid, probably AI or a hive mind like the Borg. And they don't care. They don't want to eat us or mess with us. They're just mining and monitoring their mining. It's weird. It's very weird. But I just don't think that they're coming from space and that they're little green men. Makes sense why we would have thought that, but it's not the case. So, the documentary is awesome. I really liked it. People that are skeptical that you know, family and friends, that are skeptical, analytical, maybe a little science-minded, but are open and charmed by the idea of aliens, but they just need to see some kind of evidence. This is perfect to send them and have them watch it. Idiots that just laugh at the whole thing, don't bother. But to people like us that really know, there are some frustrating elements. Like they don't even mention MacLeod constellation. They go on and on about the legacy program without mentioning really what it is. It's a lot of trust me, bro. And the most frustrating thing is that Lou Elizondo is featured the most in it. Now, I don't think he's a liar, and I don't hate him, but he's not a whistleblower. He says he is, but he's not. He worked for the Pentagon for AATIP and left in protest to write this book that he wrote, Imminent, and he sent it to the Pentagon. It took a year to vet it, and they stamped approval to release. And he says in the documentary he can't talk about classified stuff. You ain't blowing no whistles, bro. So I think that he is the #1 target if there was somebody who was spreading disinformation from the Pentagon on purpose to confuse and distract us. He would be the guy doing it. So I don't dislike the guy, but I don't totally trust what's going on, and he's not a whistleblower. But seeing Christopher Mellon, Alex Dietrich, David Fravor, all of those people, Marco Rubio sort of, having them on TV full chest saying aliens are real, Harry Reid, that is mind-blowing. And all the footage they show is real. The trust reel's amazing. The production value is a little silly, like Lou Elizondo in particular. He's sitting alone in this room with ill-fitting pants on, with nothing in the back. You can tell no women were involved in the production. It's just very kind of stale, and it's funny. But it's very informative, mind-blowing, the level of government officials that are saying it's real. They don't get to the ocean part for a while, which was annoying, because it's from the ocean. They are from the ocean. They're not from space. They also left us hanging on a few things. where they mentioned health effects of people that have come in contact. Something about time dilation if you entered a craft and left. I don't know what they're talking about. It sounded like they're claiming this happened, but no elaboration. And I would know if it had happened and anyone else knew in public. So I think it was conjecture. It was just weird. That stuff was annoying. You might also say, well, there's no evidence. But that's not true. The FLIR camera footage from the USS Nimitz, fighter planes and all that, that's evidence. But I don't believe in disclosure. Personally, I don't. I don't think the government has much to disclose. They know it's real. Maybe they have some wreckage or whatever, but they don't know what to do with it. There's no reverse engineering. How in the world, logically, can you imagine that humans would know the first thing to do with real ET tech? That said, I love the documentary and you should totally watch it. Let